Hey everyone, Greg with DRIFTERJOURNEY. We are in the shop today, buried in a bunch of projects, but I'm going to show you one that we just finished recently, tell you why we did it, and what the plan is. See, I'm tripping over things, there's so much going on in here. But yeah, the latest project we did was a rear seat delete on the ZR2, and we did that because we recently got a inflatable catamaran that is going to be, that's the motor obviously, the catamaran is in that bag, going into the bed of the truck. So it's going to be going, the motor's going to be going in this box that we're in the middle of making, which means the back of the truck's going to be real full. So we wanted to do a seat delete to get more storage in the back, bring Lupe a little higher so she feels like she's part of the party, and yeah, just more storage. So we already built it. I didn't make a video about building it because I wanted to just get it done, but I'm going to show you mostly what we did, how we did it, and how much space it gave us. So basically what we have is a box, and for the back piece I used the same holes that the seatbelt tops were attached to anchor the back. So the back is anchored on there, and then it has a couple L brackets attaching it to the base just so the bottom wouldn't flop and rattle. As for the base itself, we have a small piece in the back here, 3 hinges across the center to have it be able to open. Cut a little angle here and rounded these out just to get rid of the sharp corners. And then the height of it, so once we open it, I did not paint the inside. So the height we ended up going with was a 2x6 on top of the 2x4 that is mounted to anchor it down. So the way we anchored it down, probably what I find the most important for keeping things strong, we used, there was a little metal frame in the Gen 3. You'll see it if you take your seat up. A little metal frame under the seat. We used the front 2 anchor points from that. So I just recessed the holes in the 2x4, and then where the rear seat was mounted in the back, which it's covered here, you won't be able to see it. There's a 2x4 with holes drilled over there. I think there were 6 or 7 studs where the rear seat bolted down. So I have it bolted down onto some of those, several of them. And yeah, so we have the 2x4 in the rear with the 2x6 stood up sideways on it. That gives us our height, which in the end was about perfect. It brought us just about even with the vents here. So if we have Lupe in here, the vents can blow air to her, and her bed sits up a couple inches higher, puts her right about here. We throw a towel over this. She can lounge with her paws up into the front area. So we have a way to keep her back here if need be. We do have one of those, I don't know what you call it, a hammock, dog hammock thing for the back that we can throw in. But yeah, flips up. We did a little notch out in the front 2x4 so that the jack could stay in there. We got our glue tread kit in here. I got to figure out something for the little inverter box, but I just threw an old storage bin over it for the time being because I don't need all this storage space yet. But yeah, and then you know, my tire socks in case we come into a nasty winter storm. But that was pretty much it. The other thing to note, the foam under your carpet here is thick. which made it difficult for the 2x4 to get mounted down to the rear. We ended up lifting that up and then just peeling back the blue insulation under it to be able to get that smashed down. So this got a little thicker here because we didn't tear it out, we just peeled it back. I didn't want to cut the carpeting out or anything in case I want to put it back to stock. And then yeah, we just used a couple of 2x2s in the corner, 3/4 inch ply for all of it, 2x6, 2x4s for the base, and just a bunch of L brackets to hold it all together. The hardest thing is getting your little arch here. We were lucky to have a woodworker in the family. We are lucky to have a woodworker in the family, and he had a fancy little scribe that made it easy for us. But I was just going to use cardboard and do some cardboard designing until it was right, but that just put a little pencil mark and made it for us. So super easy with that, but I don't think that's a cheap tool. And then to finish it, we didn't want to spend a bunch of time upholstering, so I just did 2 coats of Rust-Oleum primer and 2 coats of flat black protective enamel. So that should hold up pretty good for the long term. I'm sure it's going to take a beating. But yeah, if you're looking to do a seat delete, I think we ended up running. That's the other thing. We went just long enough to clear the back seat where I sit, and the angle cut had to happen to get it to fit in here. And then it goes all the way up. So I think it ended up being just like right at about 30 inches. But take that measurement. That's the other measurement you're going to want to do. But yeah, so I think, you know, for, I don't know, $150 maybe, we got it done. And we thought about doing a split seat, 2 openings, but you know, we just wanted to get it done. So if you're looking to do a seat delete, that's how we did ours on the cheap, and it's gonna suffice. Leave some comments below, questions. Stay tuned for the adventures we're gonna be getting into. We might be going back to Mexico soon. Thanks for watching.